Hello everyone and welcome back to MixBest TV mixing and mastering tutorials on YouTube. I'm your host David, and in this video I want to show you a very simple but effective trick for your drum room tracks. I call it the power room trick. I learned this from someone who was working with Korn, and he showed me this a long time ago, and since then I've been using it on countless mixes I've done. It is nothing special really, it's just a sidechain compression trick. But the important part, as usual, is the context and why we do it, what we are after. It works well on rock, but you can experiment with other genres as well. Let's listen to the track first. It's taken from one of the albums I recently finished mixing. The band is called Colors Void, the track is called Mess, and the trick happens in the bridge. Let's hear that. Okay, so let's take a look at our drum room tracks. I have two. I have a mono and a stereo drum room. Let's solo them. This is the bit, and let's hear the mono. This is what I have on the mono track. Some EQ, lots of compression, some filtering. And this is the, this is the stereo. Some filtering again. Some EQ. Was a bit messy, as you can see. And the two together sound like this. Okay, now our trick is very simple, like I said. I use the SSL G compressor. You can see the setting, attack is at 1, release is at 3, and this compressor is triggered by the kick drum, by the dry kick drum. So every time the kick hits, the room tracks get ducked, okay? And you can see one detail. I keep the compressor on the stereo room dual mono to keep the stereo width wide. So let's hear it without our compressor first. With. You hear the cymbals are bouncing, keyed by the kick. And as you can see from this line, I automated the threshold, so I have this effect only on that bridge. Hear the pumping. It's a lot more boring. Okay? In the mix is gonna be subtle, and I'm missing all my hardware here, so the mix is gonna sound nothing like the final product that we listened at the beginning of the video. I'm missing a sample too, I see, but yeah, it's gonna be okay for the video. Obviously pay attention to the cymbals and the drum. Again, subtle in the context of the mix, but every detail counts, and this helps us with power. Let me explain why. The reason for doing these are two mainly. One, you make the kick a little drier and more upfront, as room sounds are great, but when you want power, you don't want the room to blur your kick, especially in the low mid part where the knock is. And the second reason, when you have the kick hitting at the same time as the cymbals, like we have in this bridge here, hearing the cymbals go down when the kick hits make it feel like the speakers can't take the hit, you know, because the kick is so powerful. That's the impression we get. And this is just playing with how our brain perceives sounds and decipher aggression, what we perceive as something aggressive sound-wise. And the cymbals going down and then coming back up, pumping, because of the slowish release of the compressor, especially the way the G-comp releases, gives us the impression of, again, the kick being more powerful than it is. And I didn't push it too far here. You saw I was about 4 to 6 dB, but you can compress a lot more than that. You can go more heavy-handed because, you know, in the end is just the room tracks. Their overall level is probably not going to be that high in the mix, so you can get away with a lot of compression and make that effect a little more obvious and still get away with it. And this was technically a very simple trick, but again, context is everything. Why we do something on a specific part of a song is what matters really in mixing, and, you know, details in mixing are everything. If you're interested in knowing anything else from this mix, you know, how I mix, I don't know, snare, drum, or the vocals, or guitars, bass, EQ, compression, anything, you let me know in the comment section down below and we'll get to that. And that's a wrap. This is it for this video, guys. I hope it was useful. If you liked it, please leave a comment down below and don't forget to hit the like button. Join us on Facebook and Twitter to stay in touch with us and get all the news about the channels, upcoming videos and series, and access to exclusive content. Please keep supporting MixBuzz TV by sharing the videos and spreading the word on blogs, forums, social media. Subscribe if you haven't already. See you next time.